You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is preparing to deliver what is expected to be a defiant address at the United Nations General Assembly in New York. The speech comes at a highly tense moment, with growing recognition of Palestinian statehood across Europe and rare pushback from one of his closest allies, former U.S. President Donald Trump. In recent weeks, countries such as the United Kingdom, France, Canada, Portugal, and Australia have moved to formally recognize Palestine as a state. For Netanyahu, this wave of recognition has been described as nothing short of an enormous prize for Hamas, something he believes rewards terrorism and undermines Israel's security. His government has pushed back strongly, with far-right members even calling for the outright annexation of the West Bank as a countermeasure. That proposal, however, has hit a wall. Trump, who is scheduled to meet Netanyahu soon, took the unusual step of publicly rejecting the idea. Speaking to reporters at the White House, he stated bluntly, "I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. It's not going to happen." He added that he had spoken directly to Netanyahu and emphasized that the time had come to stop escalating. His stance was reinforced by French President Emmanuel Macron, who warned Israel that annexation would cross a red line. Meanwhile, Netanyahu's visit to New York has drawn heavy scrutiny. Protesters gathered outside his hotel, some demanding his arrest over allegations of war crimes. His travel itself was unusual. In order to avoid potential complications with the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant for him, his flight took a long detour over the Strait of Gibraltar. In the lead-up to his speech, Netanyahu's office launched a public diplomacy campaign across New York City. Billboards and trucks around Times Square and near the UN displayed messages reading, "Remember October 7th, a reference to the Hamas attack last year that killed more than 200 Israelis and saw about 250 taken hostage. That day remains central to Israel's justification for its ongoing war in Gaza. But international criticism of Israel's military operations has only grown louder. A UN Commission of Inquiry recently declared that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza, charges Israel has flatly denied as ridiculous and blatantly false. Despite this, the humanitarian toll continues to mount. The UN has reported famine conditions emerging in parts of Gaza, widespread displacement orders, and intensified bombardments that have left most of the territory under siege. Since October 7, 2023, Gaza's health ministry has reported more than 65,000 Palestinian deaths. While the figures cannot be independently verified, they remain the primary source relied upon by aid agencies and journalists. The Israeli military, for its part, claims that a high percentage of the casualties are civilians, a figure critics say underscores the disproportionate impact of the war. As Netanyahu steps onto the world stage at the UN, he does so with a mixture of defiance and isolation. Support from traditional allies has weakened, public anger is mounting, and even Trump, the ally who once stood most firmly by him, is drawing a clear line against annexation. This moment may prove to be one of the most pivotal in Netanyahu's long and controversial career. Stay subscribed for more videos.